Yes, Chief Dr. Billy Famous Adesuwa Osawaru, representing the good people of Orionwo, Unwode Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm a proud Benin chief from Edo State. Mr. Speaker, I have a motion of urgent national importance, a motion on the urgent need to conduct a national baseline survey on fake anti-malaria medicines in Nigeria. Mr. Speaker, I'm standing on Order 8-4 to deliver this urgent motion. Mr. Speaker, I seek the leave of the Speaker and the House to suspend all relevant rules in order for me to present this motion. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Right Honorable Pascal Abodike, I represent the Hala Federal Constituency. I'm from Anambra State. Mr. Speaker, I hereby second the motion. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of... Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My honorable colleagues, yes, this motion on the urgent need to conduct a national baseline survey on fake anti-malaria medicines in Nigeria. This is very important because of the number of Nigerians we lose to malaria every day. Mr. Speaker, the House knows, is fully aware that in Nigeria there is an agency that is charged with the responsibility of regulating the production, importation, and distribution of drugs, called the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC. In June 2018, NAFDAC was informed of the circulation of some fake varieties of anti-malaria drugs imported fraudulently from India. Counterfeit fake anti-malaria drugs are mostly observed to be deliberately made to look like brand-name drugs, or may have no active ingredients, or have less than the required amount of active ingredients, or may even contain ingredients which are not what is described on the package, labeled, imported, manufactured, distributed/sold, and eventually ignorantly used by malaria patients without any curative effect. Mr. Speaker, the House is further aware that the use of these fake drugs is crucial and brings complications in treatment and eventually increases the risk of death. Counterfeiting of drugs was almost ignored, or at least largely underestimated, but it has now clearly emerged as one of the most crucial public health problems in Nigeria. Although important efforts have been made to fight against this criminal traffic by NAFDAC, but much more needs to be done, Mr. Speaker. Worried that according to the research of the World Health Organization, WHO, in 2022, it was estimated that 116,000 people, I repeat, 116,000 people die in sub-Saharan Africa each year because of counterfeit malaria drugs. Mr. Speaker, World Health Organization Global Malaria Report 2023 stated that 22 persons die every hour from malaria in Nigeria, making it approximately 200,000 deaths annually. In other words, over a quarter of all deaths from malaria are linked to fraudulent medicines. Thus, the need for a national baseline survey project to collect information on the status of fake anti-malaria medicines, to determine the mode of approach, the level of efforts needed, and probably resources required to dismantle the unfortunate developments of this crime against humanity. Mr. Speaker and honorable colleagues, it is pertinent to mention that baseline survey is an important activity that must be urgently done in order to determine the before and after situations of the project. fight against low-quality anti-malaria medicines in Nigeria. The survey will provide the facts with useful information that will be used to determine the methodology to be adopted to reduce the number of deaths from the use of fake malaria drugs in Nigeria. My prayers, Mr. Speaker, the House resolved that one, to mandate the Standing Committee on HIV/AIDS, Tuberculosis and Malaria Control to urgently conduct a baseline survey on fake anti-malaria medicines in the 6 geopolitical zones of the country.
Camera name. Stop talking there.
And to report back to the House within 4 weeks. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder?
In Turkey, OON. I represent Makodi Guma Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Benue State. My amendment is the reference of the mover of the motion as regards to the agency responsible for looking at this. NAFDAC is responsible for every drug that comes into Nigeria. They are the ones that have the laboratory to determine which property or which property that goes into those drugs. So I think that this motion should refer to NAFDAC, which is the appropriate agency for drug control. Thank you.
Please, can you repeat?
Those against, you say nay. The ayes have it. I think it is a straightforward motion, so we go ahead and put the question. Those in support of this motion as amended, she say aye. Aye. Those against, she say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to the Committees on Water Resources and Appropriation.